And we are live. Walky Talky Podcast. Number one hyperactive knuckleheaded ninjas is us. And Anime Wave, congratulations on getting your new channel.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And everyone go subscribe. Link in the description below.
He's not just Anime Wave, he is the Anime Wave.
Of all of
Chill.
the anime waves,
if I could
he's
make that
the
my
one.
name, I could. I tried to
he
use
is
it
the-
too, but it won't let me.
All other
Yeah.
anime waves have to rename their channel to That Other Anime Wave now.
Yeah, the other Anime Wave.
I'm honestly surprised it wasn't taken.
Well, it is
Or
now.
is that how YouTube works?
I mean, I guess there must be a lot of Anime Waves.
With that being said,
But anyway,
I'm not walking. Kamui is walking. This is the Walky Talky Podcast. Kamui, I thought about it last night and I put this in pinned messages. If we ever upgrade our podcast, we need... Okay, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. I already know. I love this. You're going to love this. We're going to name it the Runny
Already
Funny
smiling.
Podcast.
yeah, so, okay, I saw that. Are we
Yes.
running while we funny?
It's too perfect, bro.
It almost, that actually works for...
It works on
Ironically,
all
that kind of
fronts.
works for the other channel idea because that one is supposed to be funny. Like specifically, we're doing things that are funny, and so the running funny podcast.
I thought it was like the opposite, to where if anything, this is the funny podcast, and the other one was supposed to be about like life or whatever, like working out or
Oh, you mean
stuff.
that one? Okay, I thought you were talking about the. Well, I was talking about the channel where we would do like the Naruto stunts. Basically.
No, we would definitely not name it that. We name it like IRL anime or something. Oh, this one actually relevant.
Yeah. The running funny.
Okay, so then you also saw that I don't want to keep using the name Kawashiki for whenever he's using his Karmasil. We call him Kawaki. We're gonna have to start calling him Karunny. Instead of Kawaki, it's Karunny.
Karunny.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. At first, I was like confused. I was like, "Why is that the name?" I get it, Kawaki.
It makes more sense when you say it out loud,
yeah,
especially you. I feel like you add that
Yeah.
L more than me, but
Kawaki. Now I get. I didn't get it until you said it.
it's so funny, bro.
Karunny.
Yeah, it's so good.
Karun cheeky.
No, it's to take off the Shiki part, but anyways. So that's that.
Well,
so
yeah, because he's going from walking to running. I get it. All right, we'll just start doing it on this podcast and see if anyone picks up on it.
Oh my god, okay. Sounds good to me.
It's Karunny form.
What do you mean if anyone picks up on it? It's gonna be impossible to miss. It stands out like a sore thumb.
No, what I meant was if anyone understands like what we're doing.
Of course
if they
they're
figure
not
it out,
going
like,
to. That's why it's
"Oh."
funnier. Okay, well, with that being said, shout out Chocolate who wants to talk.
Don't tell me. He better be the SpongeBob chocolate guy who goes, chocolate!
Well, now if he's not, I'm going to be disappointed. That being said, I'm pretty sure it's ATG because it's an Itachi profile picture.
Oh, yep, it's ATG.
Nah, don't hate on me now.
Yeah, what if Luciano is actually ATG in disguise? We never really even considered it.
Well, no, I have a country accent. So.
That's crazy. I guess Chocolate doesn't want to talk after all. That being said, Luciano, you had a pre-stream question. Shout out the pre-stream part of the podcast, which you could listen to yourself, just like Space and New Chan were if you were in the podcast or the Discord by joining the link in the description below and just join the Discord. All right. That being said, he had a pre-stream question of which we ironically saved for the podcast. So it was. Anyways, go ahead, ask.
Wait, are you talking about the topics that I was talking about, or I'm not sure exactly what question you're talking
That's
about.
before a stream. Do you still remember it?
I
Do we have to
kind
ask
of lost
you?
track. What
All
was
right,
it
all
about?
right. Well, why don't we ask you, Luciano, your own question? So, how many more chapters do you think Kashikoji has
Oh yeah,
left to live?
Okay, I remember now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. How many chapters in do you think that before he is either dead or taken out of taken out of the story?
So, I mean, with this hypothetical like premise, we need to like establish like, well, why should Koji die, and why
Yeah,
should he die at any particular time? So, I guess the most obvious reason would be bro just knows too much. Like based off how the future sight ability
that's what
works,
yeah.
bro seemingly can just have the answers to the right futures,
And then like
and
if he was
that's a
able to just
dangerous thing.
like if he's able to just tell Boruto everything, then that would take away all this, the suspense of the story, and
Granted, that does
or,
depend on like
it'd be
what they
it'd
do
just
with
be too
things.
easy
But
because Boruto would already know, he would already know the best out, I mean, it just
Yeah.
so I think I mean, he needs to die. I think, and I think it should be him. I don't know, something to do. Maybe they can do like a homage to Jiraiya, maybe, but I don't know how they would do that. But
The thing is,
I think they
afterward, just
could
like what we
though.
want
But
him to do before his death. But especially since Matsu's already found out that there is an ally, even though
yeah,
Jura's reason for leaving was executed poorly, I do imagine that their goal will be to take out the ally who has the information. Like that just makes sense. So they should be like trying to catch Koji.
see, but that's the thing. I don't think they'll be able to catch him easily at all, though.
yeah,
Or
Koji
like
can just
find him.
reverse
That's a
summon, and he's
But
gonna know when
plus,
they're gonna come
yeah. Like how do
anyways.
you find him?
Yeah.
he already might know the future timeline where where he saw it, where they do catch him.
Yeah, he should have seen it.
Well,
Like
which yeah, he
how do
has
you
seen it
catch him?
technically.
I mean, even if Earth gets
Obviously, it's just
destroyed,
gonna have to be somebody that's just.
he
It's
can just teleport
gonna
to
have to
another
be somebody
dimension.
that beats him, just way, just way more strong. Just way more powerful than him, because that's the only way you could beat him. But because he basically just has like unlimited prep time for you know what I mean. If that like.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
shit. Conan had
so
what
the
a
Shin
couple days prep time and almost beat Obito's,
the
or
Shinju
would have beat
essentially would
Obito if it
need
wasn't for
to
the
develop an
Izanagi.
ability to track him down and arrive to his location no matter what. So, like, as a hypothetical, if they managed to get
Yeah,
a claw mark on Koji's toad or something, so that way they could always get to him, something like that. But as it is, I don't
but
know
that,
how they're going to get to that point, but they would have to get to a point sort of like that so that it's like it doesn't matter what Koji does, they can always get to him. Because otherwise, he can just escape.
Bro, that would be so nonsensical though, because he can just make that toad explode like he did versus Kawaki. He doesn't just have one
Exactly.
toad.
That's the
wait,
thing. So I don't even know how they.
wait.
That was just a hypothetical. I don't know how they're gonna do
I
this.
thought Kawaki exploded it himself.
It's not clear. It could be
It
that.
was kind of unclear.
To me, it looked like he just like he like he put it. He was in his hand, and then he put his hand together, and it just poofed away. Like he
Yeah,
went to go crush it, and then it
Yeah,
just disintegrated.
it was
It
drawn
didn't
in a
poof. It
very in
didn't poof
between
away like a
way.
summoning. It didn't
yeah.
poof away like a summoning. I don't think.
No,
I
but
That's
think
like,
the
he
thing.
killed him.
so me and Kamui had both of these
Or he
interpretations when we
destroyed.
first read it. And so I think both interpretations
Yeah.
are completely valid and exist. I will say, based on Kawaki's reaction to it, it seems more likely that it blew up, but neither of his of the interpretations make sense with Kawaki's reaction either way.
Well, if I had to pick one, I would say that he destroyed it.
Okay.
Because you mean tell you why I think
Visually,
that? You mean tell you why I think that? Because it'll cause him,
yeah, go for it.
it'll cause him problems with them finding out about omnipotence and all that shit. So I think it just helps him to, and that's why whenever what was it? Did Konohamaru ask him like what was that or whatever, and he just said it's nothing.
Yeah.
He's trying to hide it, so that's why I think he destroyed it.
I mean, it's weird because he knows that Kashin Koji is working with Boruto now.
Omnipotence.
Exactly.
But I don't know why Kawaki would try to hide it if it's omnipotence, because it makes sense Kawaki would be working with Kashin Koji, considering they're both Kara inners.
Because how do you think Kawaki is going to react to Kashin Koji being the one that's helping Boruto?
He already did. That was his reaction, and I'm upset about it.
But I mean, his reactions going on, what actions is he gonna take?
It's too late, bro. He's not gonna change anything at all.
Nothing. He's just keeping quiet.
Nothing's gonna change.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm asking. What is his? He really don't have many options because if he says too much, then they're gonna find out that he's really lying the whole time. I mean. So.
And then omnipotence is just gonna erase their memory of that, anyways. It's stupid.
Well, two things. One,
he'll just get ate.
Well, whether Kashin Koji's dead or alive is literally irrelevant to omnipotence, unless Koji just tells everyone about it. But whether they know Koji's dead or alive doesn't have anything to do with Kawaki's lying, because Kawaki never said Koji's dead. Oh no, believe me. Everyone just thought he was dead. So I'm not saying this will happen, but I would like this to happen, and it would be that the real reason Kawaki's being quiet is he wants to see whether Amato knows about it, and of course, if he tells Konohamaru's just going to tell Amato, and that might mess things up. So I would like to see it from that angle, but I'm not confident Kawaki's thinking about whether or not Amato knows. I don't know if that crossed his mind yet or not, but that's just what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. What do you think? What do you think will happen if they do get Boruto's intel, or whatever, reading his mind, and then they see how they did switch spots, switch places? I think that would be a cool thing to happen in the next chapter.
I don't think that'll happen.
That would cause a lot of chaos.
I think the way that's going to get set up or the way that'll get paid off is the way it was set up by Damon, which is the Shinju are going to inadvertently reveal that Naruto's alive, and it's going to get people talking. I think, granted, they can cash in on it in a different way, but I feel like the lamest way is to just interrogate Boruto. I don't know. I feel like they can do it in a more... It depends on how they present it, though, because if they present it in a very cool scene, it's fine. So I guess it really just depends on how they execute the moment more so than what the moment actually is.
Yeah.
But still.
I definitely don't think that's going to happen.
Do it in a cool way.
I understand why you're saying that, but I don't think Jura even knows. Why would Jura think Naruto's alive right now? What? And how would he even go about revealing it anyways?
He doesn't think he's dead.
That was my question on the last stream. How does he even know Naruto? Maybe he knows Naruto because just how he's known in the world, but Jura was just born not even long ago. So who has he talked to get that information?
So it is a question regardless. So we don't know what this book is, that the book that he saw Shikanai's name in, for example. We don't know. Yeah, I don't know where Naruto Explained got that info from, because
can you restate that, Kamui? My Wi-Fi went out.
Volume 3, and I just haven't seen whatever he's referencing.
Can you restate that, Kamui? My Wi-Fi went out. I swear to God, y'all can't hear me.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's more of a selective hearing problem, but... What's up, Ash?
Wait, what?
Can you restate that, Kamui? My Wi-Fi went out.
I see what you're saying.
Is Oodie talking?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's been talking. I've heard him.
Oh, I cannot hear Oodie, no.
Don't hear anything. Come believe and rejoin.
I mean, I've been hearing him fine. I don't know.
It
must be
you.
your-
It
it must be you,
Oodie to
Kamui.
try leaving and rejoining. See,
Bro.
tell Oodie to leave and rejoin.
Bro.
No. Try to unmute your mic and then unmute it. That's what I had to do.
Unbelievable.
You hear him now?
Oodie talk.
Unbelievable.
He just
Okay,
said
I heard unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard that. Okay.
Yeah, of course you did.
The first
Bro,
thing
there's
you
been
hear
no
is
noises from you
unbelievable.
for the last like 5 minutes.
No, it's because my Wi-Fi disconnected like a minute ago. Like I said 10 trillion times that you didn't hear me.
Yeah, I haven't
You
heard
said it
any
once.
words from you.
You said
Yeah,
it
so
once, to
please
be fair, but he
restate what
couldn't
you were
hear you at the time.
saying before the Naruto Explained thing.
Oh, what I was saying was, I hope, maybe, like, do you think that book that Jura was reading has something to do with him finding out, like, knowing that, wanting him to devour Naruto, or still wanting to meet him? But like Kamui said, he said that he can't find no proof of them spoilers anyway, so I don't know. I guess Naruto Explained is just really, he's just a sellout, I guess.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm not saying
Well,
he just made it up. I just couldn't find.
Not gonna lie. Lately, it's been a lot more clickbaity. Like, I hate to say that, but me and Kamui have just naturally, organically come up with several conversations about this kind of nonsense lately. The past several months.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's just objective.
I don't
know.
Yeah, I mean, Naruto Explained is basically the biggest like Boruto page, right?
Why not? He's cool.
I said Naruto Explained. He is like probably the biggest Boruto page, right? Like for like information.
Yeah, most reliable as well.
I just don't see why he would lie.
Well, that's the thing. That
could ruin his whole channel.
I feel like it's in a way decreasing his reliability, but only based on like the titles or thumbnails. But based on what Kamui's explaining, he can't find the source that he's talking about. Like, I don't know. It just seems like something he didn't used to do that he's doing more lately. I don't know.
Or is it this? Or maybe he's just getting the intel from somebody that we don't know, and it is true.
I mean, if anything, it could be more reliable.
Yeah, that's I'm not gonna say it's not
it's
true,
a little bit
but
of both. I think
it's not like the spoilers that everyone can find.
I think it's a little bit clickbaity, but I think it's like kind of in the middle where he's kind of like, I don't know, like
Well, this isn't about the title or thumbnail. It's just about the thing he's talking about in the video.
Yeah, like the things
I just don't know where that's from, because the only volume 3 I found is actually I put a funny translation I found in intro topics, which I was curious to see what you guys thought, but it makes no mention of any of that stuff in the thing I found. I was like, it's obviously not in the Baryon Kurama page either, so I just don't know where.
Well, the only two explanations will be is that he's lying or he has a source of intel that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the two. Either that or it's some very even.
Or
it's
in the middle. Or it's in the middle, like
I will say, going back to Jura,
that just seems like a weird.
By the way, this has been our worst interrupting podcast yet, and it's only like 20 minutes in. Like, I swear, every single thing every one of us says is interrupting someone else. I swear to God. Literally our worst one yet, by far.
Whatever. Back to Jura.
Yeah. There's too many variables here. There's too many things that we don't know about Jura's information. What information was he born with? Who does Jura come from? What information do they gain from the original person, and how/why? And is that a special exception for Jura? For example, if it's Kawaki, is it constantly siphoning something from Kawaki like it is someone like Sasuke? Or was it just from that one instance, etc., etc.? There's too many things we don't know about Jura, including, obviously, what was in that book, or what new information he finds along the way. Or even his sensory information of, like, finding the Nine Tails. Is that related to Naruto? We just don't know anything about Jura, so we gotta find out more about his identity, or how the Shinju operate, or how Jura in particular works, before we can make really any claims on Jura's information, because there's way too much randomness out there right now.
the other thing is Hidari seems like the odd one out in the. We've been making fun of him for a while, but like this is why I'm actually hoping that the idea I was talking about, that like Hidari essentially is incomplete, because Hidari's just dumb. He doesn't know anything but Sarada. Like he just doesn't know anything. Whereas the other three Shinju just seem way more aware of like stuff.
Of
Hidari
like,
doesn't know anything.
no, the other
He's like the
Shinju
odd one
seem more
out.
aware of humans. I'm sorry for interrupting, but
Well, the other Shinju seem like they're gaining information
other Shinju
from
just
the
seem like
tree
they get
person.
things.
Like, at least Matsuri can feel Team 10's emotions after Moegi's already been bit. And even if you want to use this as, like, maybe the Shinju are immune to Shinjutsu, is that Bug can see Ada when she uses her Senrigan to spy on them? And so that's interesting. What property or mechanic gives Bug this ability, and does this apply to the other Shinju? I don't think that would be a Rinnegan thing. I think that's a Ten Tails or Otsutsuki thing, because Otsutsuki are immune to Shinjutsu.
You don't think it's you don't think it's a Shinju thing?
Well, the Shinju
Well,
are
base
the
that off of-
Ten-Tails. They just have the Ten-Tails
that's what I'm
body.
saying. So then what is Jura then? Is he like the? See, it's just so many
Hidari
questions for
isn't
him.
the Ten Tails. It's like Hidari's. It's so stupid, but like Hidari,
Are they like?
It's like he doesn't have Ten Tails chakra, but he has a Ten Tails body.
Yeah.
Like are they like little pieces of the Ten Tails? Because they all can use wood style, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how how Hidari has no Ten Tails chakra yet can use Ten Tails abilities.
I'm still not sure about that. I wouldn't just say that outright. I would just say it's based on what you've seen. Then you think that's the case? It hasn't been confirmed yet, at the very least.
Shouldn't like all the Shinju just be like godly at wood release? Like, shouldn't they just all be like godly?
I mean, Matsuri is at the very least. So here's the thing, Kamui. Even if it doesn't make sense, this is 2 Blue Vortex we're talking about. They'll just do it anyways. It doesn't have to make sense. In fact, it's more likely that they'll do it because it doesn't make sense. So I would not count it out. Yeah. We did have a question from chat.
Like they're...
I thought was interesting. But you say your thing first. Or not.
I don't know. It's just it's almost like they're writing themselves into corners because they're going through it so quick. To me,
you see, the problem is that they're not writing; they're just in the corner. They got a right to be in the corner.
Like, they're not following Kishimoto's template; they're changing it.
Yeah, they're just, and then Kishimoto just like, well, it's all right, it's cool, whatever.
Last night I was making Mob Psycho Season 3 comparison.
I don't want to say that because there are some things that are really good, but there's just a lot of I hate to say it though, but it's like when which I guess we can make this a quick podcast topic, but Kushina's voice actor, the Japanese voice actor, she passed away, and so I've been seeing a lot of Twitter posts like related to it, and there's just like an anime clip. I was like, oh, I haven't listened to the subs in forever. So like, let me listen to her voice again, and it's just playing like the scene of Naruto meeting Kushina. I was like, bro, this scene is like 100 billion times more emotional than anything.
I know.
Just Naruto meeting his mom.
And
it's just crazy how it's actually good. I'm like, when I have to say it, there's like 2 comparable scenes in Boruto. You've got like Naruto hugging Kawaki in the countdown scene, and like it's just like, come on, guys. Yeah. I'm just got like 800 of these.
Me and Cam were talking about Kushina's voice actor earlier. She does a lot more than just Kushina. She also did Sailor Moon back in the 90s, but if she
did Sailor Jupiter.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know. I'm sorry, Cam. And to the voice actors family. And myself, who also feel sad about it. But yeah, rest in peace to her. She's lovely work. We all enjoyed it, and she's an inspiration to many.
Okay, is your Wi-Fi back?
Probably gonna go out again, but
Is stream running?
Yeah. It's in and out every 20 or so minutes.
With that.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is acting like trippy right now.
All right,
sometimes here, sometimes not.
Oh, trippy. Come home. But anyway. Okay, so if Kakashi, so I guess I don't remember exact order of things, but so it's like the joke onto where regardless of what Ikimoto says in interviews, the story itself has done nothing with Kakashi this whole time. Nobody's asked, where's Kakashi? Nobody has said this and that about Kakashi, unlike Orochimaru, for example. Orochimaru has been teased in the manga itself in various ways. There's like 5 different ways he's been teased. Kakashi, on the other hand, is just not there, and there's no elaboration. He's not even there in the Chunin exams. He's just not there. And if he randomly appears now, it's like, okay, where have you been? It would have been better to have addressed this sooner, but if you're gonna do it now, I think he needs to be a human, and they say Kakashi's been doing whatever. Maybe he was tracking down Flaguya, the missing Osusuki. I don't care. The point is, he's been doing whatever. But if he's a Shinju, it's like, that's great. We know where he's been into Blue Vortex, but where was he in part 1? We still don't know. Doesn't make sense. So I don't want him to be a Shinju for that reason alone.
What if he just like got killed off screen?
It's like, I don't know, just what's up? Like, why is Ikimoto even hyping it up in the first place?
Because he's a fan favorite, and everybody's been asking where the fuck he is.
Yeah, like, and it makes you think like maybe he's just trolling.
And then the anime
like,
don't even count.
He can't say anything about it. It'd be a spoiler. Only it's gonna be like the Oodie. I'll say this. It'll be like Daiko Knight's thing with 1010. Where he's just gonna hype it up to do nothing.
I love it, bro.
Honestly, last chapter, I wish that Kashi and Koji would have at least hinted at Kakashi's and like in a future at least or something, or in a time. You know what I mean? That would have been pretty cool. Like that would have been a way to slowly bring
dangerous.
I'm just saying, like that could have been a way to like slowly get to get him back into the story and maybe make it make sense a little bit.
Exactly, and it's just like the longer you wait, the worse it gets. It's just like a joke out of that regard. It's just
then
like,
the payoff.
The longer you wait on this, the worse it's gonna be when you finally do it.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like I want Kakashi back, but I almost think it'd just be better if he doesn't come back story-wise. It's just purely fan service for me.
Hey, just a second.
I don't expect him to do
I'll be back
with
him.
Well, if they bring him back, we know that they're going to make him irrational and shallow and bad.
Yeah, because it's like, but like, think about it though. It's like when we're talking about mentor figures, we have too fucking many. We've got Kashin Koji for Boruto. We formerly had Sasuke for Boruto. We formerly had Konohama for Boruto. But you still have Konohama around for everyone else. You've got the Moegi. It's just like, we don't need more masters. I don't like half these kids are at the age where they're like growing to their own, like, I don't know, like, do we really need some random ass master who hasn't been there for any of them all this time?
Even on the villain side, do we
Kakashi doesn't have a good connection with any of these characters.
Do we need for Jura to act as a leader instead of just being special in his own other regard? Like, why is Jura needing to order around the other Shinju?
He doesn't need it, but he has been acting as leader.
Exactly, but why? Like,
he doesn't need to act as leader, but he has been.
Just let them do their own thing. Why is he ordering them around?